Well, last night in Mooloolaba, just had dinner and yeah, I'll do a little bit of editing tonight until I get a bit tired, and then I'll probably toddle off to bed. We're going to get up in the morning. I won't be leaving too early because I've got a radio interview to do at 9 o'clock, so I'll hang here till I've done that. But by about 9:30 I'd say we'd be out of the river on our way up to Double Island Point. Been good being here in Mooloolaba. It's getting a bit crowded now, a lot of boats heading north I think, so yeah, tomorrow's the day to go, and we'll get up a bit further and see what we come up with up there. Well, we don't wear skimpy bikinis. Hell, it frightens me when I take my shirt off. There's definitely no one pregnant here. This is motor sailing for old dudes. We do live on a boat and we do cruise extensively along the Australian coast. Join us and visit some great destinations. Learn how to look after a boat and live off grid. It might even get you enthused to do the same thing. Hey, stay out there till you can't. Well, there's a great little southwester blowing this morning. I'm going to get on that and get up to Double Island Point this afternoon, or later this evening anyway, probably about 8 o'clock. But anyway, we're just getting organised at the moment. I'm lashing the dinghy on, getting ready to go. As soon as I finish the interview, I'll lift the anchor and we'll head out of Mooloolaba and onwards to Double Island Point. Let's keep on getting organised. Well, this is pretty comfortable. We're just rocking along with it. Love the wind behind me like this. We're doing around about 6 knots, bit over, bit under. It'll put us up at Double Island Point probably just on sundown, I reckon, which would be okay. It'd be good to get up there in the light and you can sneak in towards the beach and find a good spot to anchor up for the night. So I'll stay there tonight, as long as it's not too rolly. I think it'll be all right. And we'll go and do the bar at Wide Bay tomorrow. But yeah, pretty good trip so far, very comfortable. all for dinner. Yet, but the wind is supposed to go around to the southeast this afternoon. It's gone around a little bit. Sail's not doing much. We're still doing 5.6. Double island point up ahead. Yeah, if we get a bit more wind, we'll do a bit better time, but we'll just see how we go. At least the sail's on the right side. Driving the sail like that, you can't do it in anything but very light winds because too much canvas there to handle by yourself. Anyway, we're right for the southeast change. Bring it on! Well, it's been a bit of a big day. Because of a late start, I'm probably going to get here in the dark. No big deal. The wind's gone round to the southeast as forecast, and the sail's doing a little bit this afternoon, so that's all working all right. But we're about an hour out of Double Island Point now, and I'll get round the corner there and hopefully get out of these little swells. They're only quite small. I think up against the beach I'll probably be pretty protected. I need to get down to the bar around about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and I'm thinking about going in through the fisherman's gutter. It's going to be quite calm, I think, so I'll probably be up at maybe 5 o'clock, leave in the dark again, and get down to the bar for daylight. Anyhow, that's the plan. We'll just see how it all goes. I've had a shower. That's all good. I'll wait till I get anchored up and I'll cook myself something for dinner, and then won't be long out of bed. Been a beautiful day, lovely days travelling. I've polished the foredeck, which was great. Gave that another coat of polish. I've fixed a taco that was playing up. I didn't think I'd do that, but yeah, it was just a little thing that I fixed on that, so yeah, it's all good now. So we just get up around the corner here and make ourselves comfy for the night. all anchored up at Double Island Point. Pretty nice here, there's not much swell coming around the corner, so that's great. I'm just going to calculate, I think I've got a couple of hours over to the bar, so I want to leave pretty early in the morning. But I've got the anchor down and set. I've checked my engine rooms, all good down there, so we should be right to head across to the bar in the morning. That was a good trip. Bit of wind to give us a hand, so that was good, and I think we'll just get in out of this. I think by Thursday we're going to be getting about 30 knots coming up the coast, so it'll be good to be inside the Sandy Strait and out of that sort of weather. Anyway, I'm just going to cook some tea now, something pretty simple, and yeah, I'll toddle off to bed pretty early. That was a good trip though. Well, it's another early morning, but if we leave now, we'll get down to the bar in really good time. And I'm going to do the fisherman's gutter this morning. It's very calm and no swell on, so I think I'll be able to sneak in through there. Saves about maybe 2 mile getting in, so instead of going right out here and back across the long bar, I'm just going to shoot down there and across the fisherman's gutter. So let's get the anchor up and get on the tow, eh? Okay, we're just heading towards Inskip Point now. We're going to jump in through the fisherman's gutter, and I'm just getting into shallower water, so I've got a bit of a track in, but I'm going to eyeball it pretty well. It's nearly high tide, so we won't get much more water than this. There's not much swell on, a little bit, but yeah, we'll head in, and this shaves a lot off the corner and coming in through the main entrance. I wouldn't recommend anyone does this with a bit of draft. You need pretty shallow draft, and a bit of local knowledge is good too. So having done this before and on the way out, this is the first time I've actually headed in this way, but it's a pretty good morning, so it should be alright. I haven't given you directions for crossing the fisherman's gutter on purpose. It can be a nasty piece of water and very shallow, and local knowledge is really a must. I wouldn't recommend entering this way unless you've been out through it at least a couple of times. Please only attempt it at high tide and with the best conditions. We are past Inskip Point and out into deep water again. With a little bit of tide left, we head south down to Tin Can Bay. Just get everything stowed away. Won't be using the sail for a little while. I don't know how long I'll spend here at Tin Can, but if it's cosy, I might even spend a week. We'll see how it goes. Beautiful morning this morning. So I'll get the sail all stowed and I'll just set up the bridle for anchoring. Get up round the corner here and I'll get anchored up. Okay, into Tin Can Bay. We've done pretty well. Tide's still running in, so I'm going to get up here and anchored with the tide behind us. We're still doing about 6 knots, which is good. I hate pushing tide, but anyway, we've had a good run in across the Fisherman's Gutter, and we're now in the Sandy Strait. I might stay down here for a week. We'll just play it by ear. I've got some friends down here I want to catch up with, and there is a marina in Tin Can, usually pretty full, but I've got a good little spot where I can anchor the boat and get good access to the shore, so we'll probably use that up, I think, and it's cheap and comfy. I think later in the week we've got about 30 knots coming from the southeast, so I've got to be somewhere out of that. I'll go over here. If it gets a bit gnarly, we'll move back down the Sandy Strait. There's plenty of shelter up there, and once you're inside like this, it doesn't matter. 30 knots is not going to really have a big impact on you, so good place to be when there's a bit of wind coming. And one of the reasons I've come in here is to make sure I'm somewhere out of that wind. Anyway, we'll get up to Tin Can and make ourselves comfortable.